This week on eNEWS, the University of Lethbridge is deep in faculty protests. We'll take a look at how small businesses in the fitness industry are surviving the pandemic, and the Lethbridge College Kodiaks are mid-season preparing for playoffs.
Welcome to eNEWS. I'm Rochelle Shortino.
And I'm Cali Adrian. Here are our top stories. As the semester continues for staff and students at Lethbridge College, that may not be the case for professors and students at the University of Lethbridge. Professors and instructors at the U of L began strike activity late this week. As I found out at a recent student rally, faculty have been without a contract with the university's board for years. Not even the cold winds of Lethbridge could stop students from supporting their faculty. On Sunday, January 30th, students and professors rallied in front of the University of Lethbridge to support the University of Lethbridge Faculties Association's decision to go on strike. ULFA members have been without a contract for almost 2 years of the negotiation lasting for over 600 days. A strike could affect not only the professors at the university, but could also affect students.
To insinuate that we aren't concerned with the well-being of our students is disingenuous and insulting. We stand with you, and we thank you so much for standing with us.
The university sent out an email to students stating the repercussions that could come if the vote of the strike is in favor. The university also denied an interview at this time. Emily Cassels, a student at the university, says that the email felt like a threat.
I had an email to students on January 27th that was pretty much like threatening the entire semester and telling us that the entire semester can go out the window, and that's never happened in Canadian history. So if so, we'll be making history.
With the potential of a strike vote happening, it's important to understand why it's happening. Andy Hudson, a professor at the University of Lethbridge, has that answer.
We typically sign 2-year contracts. Our last contract ended about a year and a half ago, so we were without a contract for that period of time. And we started negotiations actually initially before the end of that contract. And we've been in negotiations for about 650 days.
The strike vote happened earlier this week, where many of the professors voted in favor of going on strike. As of Thursday morning, the strike is happening. The board has applied to delay the strike.
COVID-19 has affected everyone in some way for the last 2 years. For some, it's resulted in the loss of family and friends. For others, it's meant illness, loss of income, or just inconvenience. Our Nick Allen is standing by with more on this story. Nick?
Rochelle, it's been a long time, but an unwanted guest has made its way into a local family's home. As Nick Colyer shows us, you can do so many things to prevent it, but it can get into your house no matter what.
Test number 4 this week is positive.
This is my household, 2 adults and 3 children. Despite 2 years of strictly following protocols, COVID finally came for a visit. TJ Colyer is preparing lunch for one of the children, since they are under quarantine.
Our son was the first one to notice any symptoms. He complained of a scratchy throat, so we tested him and he was positive. A couple days later, the girls tested positive, and then almost a week later, we tested positive.
After the holidays, the Lethbridge School District passed out rapid tests for families with school-aged children. This has allowed people to test on their own. They are less accurate than a lab test, but offer the convenience of testing in the comfort of your own home. Jason Lawrence, the emergency manager at the Lethbridge College, stresses that if you have symptoms, just stay home.
If you have symptoms, treat it like you have it, because A, some people just can't get their hands on tests, or B, the tests may not be accurate. And so just, if you're having the symptoms, just wait, isolate yourself until you're out of the symptom period.
Thankfully, friends and family were able to do grocery runs to keep us stocked with food. TJ feels that if you find yourself in this situation, try to keep your spirits up while you wait out your quarantine.
Just make it as fun as you can, I guess. Do the best with what you have at home and just make the best of it. Find little ways to make the days different or activities different.
For eNEWS, I'm Nick Colyer.
World Health Organization now reports there's a new strain of Omicron called BA.2 that is 33% more infectious than the original strain. It has reportedly taken over Denmark and was identified in New Brunswick on February 4th. Rochelle?
That's eNEWS, Nick Allen. Thanks, Nick.
A local woman found a need in this community for a small business, and she's filled it. She decided her business should be the right size and fit for the downtown part of the city. Grace Lingell reports.
Specialty businesses have had a hard time starting out. At Curvy Couture Co., Natasha Gurney thought it was essential to open her business. Her business is for the plus-size community and curvy women. She herself is part of the plus-size community and is proud to be in it. Gurney says that the community has brought a lot of support to her business.
The community has been amazing. Lethbridge has really shown up and come and shopped and supported a ton.
One of Gurney's top supporters is Candice Percy. She is too part of the plus-size community. Percy feels great whenever she comes into the store and always feels welcomed.
When I walk into Curvy Couture Co., I feel excited because I know there's going to be options for me that are relevant to this fashion season.
Gurney thinks that if you are not positive in your current body, you should ask yourself why.
Is it based on societal views or how they see themselves or literally generational trauma?
At Curvy Couture Co., Gurney came up with an awesome idea of writing on hearts what you love about yourself when you purchase from her. She resets these every month so they are not the same. Percy thinks that if you are not body positive, you need to become body positive to have a relationship with others.
The relationship with yourself is going to be the most important relationship that you have over your entire lifetime. And you need to have that self-love before you can move forward with any relationship.
If you or anyone is struggling with their body confidence, you can always reach out to Natasha at Curvy Couture Co. on Instagram and Facebook. Grace Lingell, eNEWS.
Social media is one of the ways that make women feel not very confident. It all starts with young girls on social media. Coming up after the break, we're taking a look at what it's like for the fitness industry during COVID, and some great tips from our resident guitar guy.
And now you know the story of our dear friend John.
I wish I had that experience when I was young. Working as a volunteer at Lethbridge Girls Rock Camp is inspiring. Watching someone grow in the span of a week, playing an instrument, writing lyrics, or as a person gives me a lot of hope for the future and for music. It's an honor to support these girls and learn alongside them.
For more information, go to lethbridgegirlsrockcamp.com and make a difference in a child's life.
Every year, 10 million children visit Children Miracle Network hospitals. Don't worry, you can help. All you need to do is get up, grab your favorite game, and get ready to stream. Open your laptop, put down a light, and play your heart out. This Extra Life asks your viewers to donate to your guild. We'll see you online.
Do you love your pet? Lethbridge Animal Services would like to remind you to register your animal. When your cat or dog is lost, license tags provide proof of ownership and allow our team to return your best friend Rex, your buddy Killer, or little Princess Fluffy Mittens quickly. Responsible pet ownership starts with you. Remember, all dogs over the age of 6 months must be registered. Come visit us at 2405 41st Street North, open Monday to Friday, 9 until 6, and Saturdays 11 to 5.
Hello, I'm Jesse Wichtel here with your 5-day weather forecast, brought to you by Environment Canada. Monday we'll see a high of 11 and a low of -2 with an 80% chance of flurries. Tuesday we'll see a high of 1 and an overnight low of -5. Wednesday has a high of 3 and an overnight low of -1. Thursday we'll have a high of 5 and a low of -1 with flurries leading into Friday, where we'll see a high of 4 and scattered flurries producing a low of -2 through the night. That's your weather, brought to you by Environment Canada.
COVID has had an impact on everyone's lives. This is especially true for small business owners in the fitness industry. Rhett Ripplinger reports.
The Lethbridge Boxing Club has been open since 1937 and has trained many great Canadian boxers. Unfortunately, COVID has made it difficult for new people to come and train in the gym. Rick Duff, the owner and head coach, says that although the gym has seen some tough times these last 2 years, it has slowly been getting better.
We're going to be catching up for a while, but I see that I'm getting near the end of the tunnel darkness, of being in debt, you know.
Rick believes the reason the gym has been able to stay open and alive during COVID is the great community surrounding him.
You know, and it has not been easy, but we've made it. We've had really good followers and members that have stuck with the program, and that's made it work. So.
One member who stands out is Kyle Oliver. Kyle is a 6-time provincial champ and has won a gold and a silver medal in national competitions, but still calls Lethbridge home.
Yeah, I've spent most of my time here. I've trained at other gyms, sparred at other gyms, but yeah, this is my home gym.
Kyle Oliver will be going on to box in nationals again this year, representing Lethbridge Boxing Club. Much like boxers in the ring, the Lethbridge Boxing Club has been fighting to stay open these last 2 years. But because of the great support shown by the community, they've been able to stay open and are now starting to see some slight improvements. If you would like to show your support for the Lethbridge Boxing Club, they have a GoFundMe on their website at lethbridgeboxingclub.ca. I'm Rhett Ripplinger with eNEWS.
With the Alberta government easing restrictions in the future, the Lethbridge Boxing Gym is excited to open its doors to more people wanting to box.
Premier Jason Kenney announced steps to safely remove restrictions and return to life as normal as quickly as possible. Eric Trotter visited the Slice Bar and Grill to see how the COVID restrictions have affected entertainment venues.
As COVID-19 restrictions continue to fluctuate, entertainment venues have had to adjust how they host live music and day-to-day operations. Regulations such as limited capacity, no dancing, and liquor sales ending at 11, bar owners and musicians alike are struggling to make live music work for everyone. Derek Hoyle, owner of the Slice Bar and Grill, says that it has been hard to run a business with the restrictions.
Lack of customers, I guess. So every time they give you new restrictions, there's about a week and a half where it's completely dead.
On Monday, Premier Jason Kenney announced that Albertans are no longer required to show vaccine passports, and capacity limits will be lifted March 1st.
I expect it to get busier. People are gonna come out and they're gonna say, hey, yeah, let's go out again, right?
For many, the Slice is seen as a home away from home, a place to see friends and express their art. These patrons continue to support the local scene at any cost.
But it's a lot less social. For something that should be a social shared experience like enjoying live music, you kind of lose out on that.
Businesses of all kind have felt the effects of COVID-19, but for small, locally owned businesses, it affects their community and the personal lives of their employees. Dependent on hospitalizations, restrictions will start to be lifted in phases, including the mask mandate, limited social gatherings, and screenings. Eric Trotter, eNEWS.
Step 1 of restriction lifting took effect Wednesday. Step 2 will take effect March 1st. For more information on COVID and the lifting of restrictions, visit alberta.ca/COVID-19.
Let's go now to our own Nick Colyer, our residence guitar expert, to see what tips he has for guitar players and those aspiring to be one.
Hello, Guitar Guy here. This is my list of the top 5 guitar accessories, things that can help take your guitar playing to the next level. Number 5, a strap. Not really essential, but helps if you want to stand up while you play. Number 4, picks. Different thicknesses and materials can change the sound of your playing, so try a bunch. Number 3, a stand. It may seem like an extra expense, but the last thing you want to do is knock over your favorite guitar. Also, a great way to remind you to play. Number 2, a capo. Some people look at this as a cheat since you can easily change the key while using the same chords. But it is also an easy way of changing up a guitar part by spicing up a boring old chord progression. Number 1, a tuner. It might seem obvious, but no matter how well you play, if you're not in tune, it'll sound terrible. Clip-on ones are great. They're small and they tune by vibration, not sound, so you can tune in a noisy room or club. Well, that's my list. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Nick, for that list. Coming up after the break, we'll show what's new and happening at Lethbridge College. And the Kodiaks are gearing up for volleyball and basketball playoffs. We'll look at how their seasons are going.
And now you know the story of our dear friend John.
I wish I had that experience when I was young. Working as a volunteer at Lethbridge Girls Rock Camp is inspiring. Watching someone grow in the span of a week, playing an instrument, writing lyrics, or as a person gives me a lot of hope for the future and for music. It's an honor to support these girls and learn alongside them.
For more information, go to lethbridgegirlsrockcamp.com and make a difference in a child's life.
Every year, 10 million children visit Children Miracle Network hospitals. Don't worry, you can help. All you need to do is get up, grab your favorite game, and get ready to stream. Open your laptop, put down a light, and play your heart out. This Extra Life asks your viewers to donate to your guild. We'll see you online.
Do you love your pet? Lethbridge Animal Services would like to remind you to register your animal. When your cat or dog is lost, license tags provide proof of ownership and allow our team to return your best friend Rex, your buddy Killer, or little Princess Fluffy Mittens quickly. Responsible pet ownership starts with you. Remember, all dogs over the age of 6 months must be registered. Come visit us at 2405 41st Street North, open Monday to Friday, 9 until 6, and Saturdays 11 to 5.
Welcome to Campus Horizons. I'm Nicholas Allen, and with me is Allison Secor. Allison, what does your role in the esports involve?
So it's kind of two-tiered. Primarily, I work with the varsity teams as a coach and coordinator. So I manage matches, I help them improve week over week and just make sure they're taken care of. And then I also work a little bit with intramurals, so helping the LCSA set up events and manage the space that we operate out of.
What have been some of the issues building these esports teams?
You know, it's a brave new world. Esports has been around for a while and it's growing fast, but it's new to us here at the college. So there's a lot of technical challenges, scheduling challenges. Right now, I'm volunteering my time, so just managing that can be a little challenging in and of itself, but we're learning as we go, and the players themselves know a lot about this industry, so they're kind of helping us build it as we go.
How often do you meet for practices?
So we meet once a week with each of the 4 teams, and then generally they'll have a match or a scrim each week.
And which games have received the most interest from the student body?
Well, on the intramural side, by far it's Smash. It's always Smash. On the varsity side, we have teams in Halo, Valorant, League of Legends, and Rocket League, which we picked because we had the most interest in them off the get-go.
Which game has been the most difficult to start?
They've all been challenging kind of for their own reasons. I would say probably Halo because it's the newest. The multiplayer actually just released shortly before we started the season, so we had to scramble to get things moving. And really, there's no strategies set in stone yet. Everything's kind of new to us.
Well, thank you for joining us. That's all the time we have for Campus Horizons. I'm Nicholas Allen. Thanks for joining us.
We're back. Next, we're going behind the scenes of Kodiak athletics. Although COVID-19 continues to be a part of everyday life, volleyball at Lethbridge College is able to rise above the challenge. I had the opportunity to talk to the volleyball teams and see how the season is going.
Tipped up.
Volleyball players are back on the court as they head into the final weeks of the season. A couple of games have been postponed going into the new year due to the increasing number of COVID-19 cases. Although it's been hard on the teams, men's coach Greg Gibbos says any chance they get to compete is a privilege.
I think we're always sad, right? I think it's kind of one of those things where our athletes really haven't been able to compete in almost 2 years. So any chance that you lose to compete, it makes it tough for athletes to hear that.
Gibbos says it's been a wild ride since COVID started and adds his team is lucky to be able to train as a group this year. A lot of adjustments had to be made when it comes to training procedures. Despite the setback, women's coach Anna Schwartz says she's proud of how far her team has come.
Through COVID, it's been tough, but they stay motivated and they take care of each other really well, and they take care of us coaches, which I'm so grateful for. They're a fantastic group.
Players are excited to get back on the court and work hard to get to provincials this year, since they weren't given the chance last season.
I'm excited to just keep competing. So far it doesn't look like our season's going to end, which is nice. Since last year we didn't really have the season, so I'm excited to just play as many games as we can and get out there and get some wins, hopefully.
We've seen a lot of different things, and our athletes have really gotten to rise above some difficult challenges. And that translates to on the court as well, right? Because now they have those skills when times are tough and moments are big.
Players and coaches are looking to go to championships this year. With the amount of dedication and adversity they possess, the coaches and their teams are looking to bring home a win for the college. The next Kodiaks home game for men's and women's volleyball is February 12th. For more information, you can go to gokodiaks.ca.
Still with Kodiaks athletics, after the 2020 to 2021 basketball season was canceled due to COVID-19, the Lethbridge College Kodiaks basketball teams were excited to get back into the game they love. We get the story from Angela Boutillier.
The Kodiaks men basketball team recently moved into first place in the Alberta Colleges Athletic Conference South Division, leading with 9-game wins and 2 losses. Behind them in the standings, with 7 wins and 1 loss, are St. Mary's University Lightning. Head coach Ryan Heggie has been coaching the Kodiaks men team since 2011. Heggie is pleased with how this season is going, despite having a young team.
Really become, throughout the season, a real unified, tight team where everybody's playing for each other.
The team's goal is to secure a spot in the top 6 in the division, which would qualify the team to play in playoffs.
What we're looking for is to get better every day, so once we get to the playoffs, we have a chance to win a championship.
This season is Orin Porter's and Jackson Casco's 5th and final season with the Kodiaks. Porter is happy with the way his final season is playing out. Though he is sad to be leaving the team, he is grateful for the time he spent with the Kodiaks.
The program and the community here is so well put together that everybody makes it feel like a home, and I wouldn't honestly want to play anywhere else.
The Kodiaks women's basketball team is also in the top spot in the South Division of the ACAC. They have 10 wins and 1 loss. Right behind them in the division is St. Mary's University Lightning with 9 wins and 1 loss. Both teams have only 4 games left in their season, including both teams' games against the St. Mary Lightning on February 4th. If both teams stay within the top 6 of their division, they will both be moving on to playoffs. Angela Boutillier, eNEWS.
Playoffs start in March. If you want to follow the team's progress in their last few games, go to gokodiaks.ca.
Next up, it's time for our feature hashtag. This week, Grace Langell found out what was trending on Instagram. Here's what she found.
Hello, my name is Grace Langell, and I'm here to tell you about 3 hashtags that are trending on Instagram and why. First off, we start with the hashtag love. This hashtag has 2 billion posts on Instagram. People are definitely going to be using this hashtag more due to the fact that Valentine's Day is coming up around the corner. The second hashtag I have for you is OOTD. This stands for Outfit of the Day. This hashtag has 388 million tags on Instagram. This is used by people who love showing off their style, and I mean, who doesn't like showing off their awesome outfit? The third hashtag that I have for you is hashtag smile, because who doesn't love smiling? When you look at this hashtag, it also makes you smile. I have a bonus hashtag for you, hashtag yummy. This hashtag is for those food lovers out there in the world that love posting about what they're eating. That's it for me today. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you use some of these hashtags in some of your posts.
Thanks for that, Grace. It's always nice to know what's trending on social media.
Disneyland. It's every kid's dream to visit at least once in their childhood. I recently had the opportunity to visit as an adult, and so I put together this top 5 list of adrenaline-inducing rides.
Hello everyone, I'm Cali Adrian, and I'm here to talk to you about the best thrill rides in Disneyland and Disney California Adventure. To start it off with number 5, we have It's a Small World. It's a Small World is a Disney classic that celebrates cultures and heritages of people from around the world. Although this ride has very little thrill factor, there are hundreds of dolls singing too, and that in itself is scary. At number 4, we have Space Mountain, one of the original rides in Disneyland, and a fan favorite. Space Mountain is a small coaster that happens in the dark. You have no clue where you are going. Number 3, we have the Matterhorn bobsleds. This ride is a roller coaster through Matterhorn Mountain where you are being chased by Yetis. It's fast, and you get roared at a lot. Number 2 is the Incredicoaster. This roller coaster is based on the popular movie The Incredibles, and it goes 90 kilometers per hour and includes a loop-de-loop and tons of steep drops. And number 1, Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. This ride is for real thrill seekers while trying to help Rocket Raccoon save his friends. Something goes awry and you drop 131 feet. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching.
If dropping 100 feet doesn't tickle your fancy, then I suggest sticking to the teacups. Rochelle, have you ever been to Disneyland?
I've actually never been to Disneyland before.
Might I suggest you go on the ride where you drop 131 feet? It's a lot of fun.
You know, it does sound like a lot of fun dropping 100 feet.
You do it to the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack too, so that just adds to it.
You know what, that's a bonus.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, that's all we have for eNEWS today. I'm Cali Adrian.
And I'm Rochelle Shortino. Thanks for watching.